Welcome everybody to our live number 4. Today we're going to talk about how outsourcing GFEs is actually simpler than you think. I'm Paulina, CEO and co-founder of Spakinect, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. Welcome. As a reminder, we are here as part of our January sweepstakes giveaway. We are giving away $10,000 worth of good faith exams for your medical spa as a grand prize. There's also additional 2 prizes. We have a second prize of an annual subscription to Aesthetic Sales Hero for you and up to 4 of your colleagues. That is a $6,000 value. And third prize, we have a Dr. PRP microneedling pen and post-procedure lotion. This is a $3,000 value, and both second and third prizes come with a credit to use Spakinect services in addition. So second prize, you get a $1,000 credit to Spakinect. Third prize, you get an additional $500 credit to Spakinect with your Dr. PRP microneedling pen. So these are some incredible prizes, almost $20,000 combined in these prizes. And that's why we're all here today, so we can learn a little bit and play your turn at winning some prizes. So let's get started. Today, we're going to touch on a few things: how easy it is to actually set up Spakinect, how our system integrates with yours, the patient experience, right? This is a question we get a lot. What is the experience going to be like for my patients? Super crucial for you to know before starting to use a service like Spakinect. What are the benefits of membership? Membership with Spakinect. What does our pricing look like? And then we'll open it up for some Q&As. And we'll also announce our flash challenge that we're doing for today's live. And don't forget that you do want to stick around to the end to learn the code word so that you can get your 200 points for attending this live today. So let's open it up with a question. Have any of you held back from outsourcing your good faith exams because you thought maybe it would be complicated? I have heard this a couple of times in my tenure over the last almost 13 years of running Spakinect, especially pre-COVID. So I would love to know your responses. People, what do you think? Do you have hesitations, reservations? Do you think that this would be complicated? Let me know. Setup is simple. So let's just address that right away, right? You can actually get set up with Spakinect in less than 5 minutes. Now, I know that might sound crazy, but it's true. We do get a lot of people that call and ask, can we get set up same day? And the answer is yes. So it is quite simple. What you'll do is, obviously, we want to get you in touch with one of our representatives, make sure that Spakinect is a good fit for your business. But once you are sure, you're certain that you need our services, we want to be there for you as soon as possible. So what that looks like is you actually fill out this form. This will let us get to know your business. There's information here like your business name, obviously contact information, what your entity structure is like. And once you fill that out, then our team will just send over a contract for you to sign and review. So as soon as that is done, and again, that can take less than 5 minutes, depending on, how quickly you can fill that form out, but it really is that simple. It's a form, generates a contract that you'll get sent to review, as well as your medical director. And once that is signed, then we can get you into our system right away. So I've seen it as quick as, 30 minutes, where from the time that someone calls to the time that they're using our system, a very short time frame there. It just depends, again, on how quickly you want to get started. We can accommodate you as quickly as you need us. So that is pretty fast. We also have excuse me, because I seem to be coming down with something and I'm needing extra water today. We also have a very user-friendly application as well as a browser-based. So it doesn't matter if you have an iPad or an iPhone or a camera or a laptop with a camera, a desktop with a camera. Our clients use a variety of ways to access our system. So Anything works, mobile device or a computer in one of your exam rooms. Super easy. Now, on that topic, let's talk about the access of our system. So how do you actually connect with one of our providers? So like I said, lots of our clients use iPads, iPhones. It's just simple. But sometimes the setup is that you have an exam room and you might already have a computer in there for charting. And that is really easy to sit the patient in front of a computer and have them connect with one of our providers. So whenever you need a good faith exam for one of your patients, you will simply, let's say you use an iPad, you'll simply open up the Spakinect app, which you download from the App Store, and you enter in a few pieces of information. That's the patient's name, what's their date of birth, what treatments are they requesting, and does that patient have any allergies to any medications? So you'll enter in that information and then you'll click enter waiting room, and that patient will be sitting in our virtual waiting room and they'll be able to see a video of themselves, just like when you're calling FaceTime, right? When you're calling somebody on FaceTime, you can see a video of yourself. It's exactly how it works with our system. So the patient will see a video of themselves until our provider picks up. Typically, this time between entering into our waiting room and provider picking up is about 2 minutes. We do boast the lowest wait times in the industry. It's incredibly fast and simple to get started. So our team will pick up the call very quickly, and then they'll start the consultation with your patient. So that usually looks like saying, hi, I'm a provider. I'm Paulina with Spakinect. I'll be doing your good faith exam today. And I work with ABC Med Spa. Excuse me. I work with ABC Med Spa. That really gives the patient a sense of peace, knowing that we are a provider that works directly with your practice. So part of our seamless patient experience is giving your patients that peace of mind that we know who you are, we know your medical practice, and we are an extension of you. And so we really work on making sure that we relay that information to all of the patients that come our way, because we understand that it's really crucial that your patients feel at ease about this whole process. Next, let's talk about our integration. After we see one of your patients, we will hit submit, and that document goes directly into your client portal. Now, if you work with one of the major EMRs out there, we integrate with most of them. We integrate with Dr. Kronos, Patient Now, Aesthetic Record, Boulevard, Zenoti, Jane, and we're adding more every single week. So if you work with one of those electronic medical records, you can set up an integration completely free of charge to our Spakinect portal. That means that when a patient is seen by us, you get access to that patient's documentation inside of your electronic medical record. And we're upgrading and enhancing the features of our integrations every week. So more and more functionality will be coming your way. Next, the Spakinect portal. Let's just touch on this for a quick minute. You have access to a fully customized Spakinect portal. That means it is only for you, it's only for the people inside of your practice, and you get access to all of the documentation from the patients that any Spakinect provider has seen. You can export all of this information. You can store it in your own EMR. You can store it, some people still do paper charting. You can store it on a computer in your office. You can print it out, store it in your paper charts. This portal allows you to also pay your bill. It allows you to contact us if you need support. It allows you to look at historical data on what patients were seen and when. It allows you to look at what GFEs are becoming expired soon. There's a wealth of resources in that portal, as well as access to your data. So you can also access the providers on our team, because as I said earlier, right, we want to be an extension of your practice. So you get access to see all of the providers on the Spakinect team and who they are and what states they're licensed in, and make sure that you have access to that if you or your medical director wants to see that at any point in time. We give a remarkable patient experience. This is truly what we believe. We, again, want to be an extension of your practice. We don't want anybody to be hesitant or have reservations about using us as a third party because they fear that they'll be lost. Their patient will not have that same experience as they would in your clinic. We do our best to provide a really, really seamless experience for your patients. Again, I reiterate that because I understand the importance of building a business and wanting to give the best possible customer service to your clients and your patients. And that's what we want to deliver for you. We will treat all of our patients, your patients, with respect, with compassion. We always greet them really, really warmly. And we always try to make a personal connection, whether that's giving the patient a compliment or commenting on, something that they may have in common, or if they're in a location that, our providers know, or, hey, I love Dallas because of XYZ. So we always try to make that personal touch. I find that that's really a warm way to greet a patient, especially through a telehealth visit, which can on its own feel a little bit sterile at times. So that is the Spakinect difference. We really go above and beyond in the customer service that we deliver, and we train all of our providers on exactly how to do that and how to establish that connection in a virtual environment. The assessment process is very quick. So we will ask questions of your patient based off of what treatments that patient is coming in for today. We try to keep it as comprehensive, but also brief, if those two can exist at the same time, right? We also understand that you need to get to treating that patient. You have other patients, you have other appointments. So the beauty of our system is that we have almost 13 years of data that has allowed us to create a system to effectively get the answers to the questions that we need in real time. And that's what's so great about our program. We have so much information that's informed. How do we ask questions? What questions need to be asked? And what questions maybe don't need to be asked or aren't relevant? But of course, there's always patients that they like to talk and tell you their whole life story. And we welcome that as well. That's always fun. But we, of course, are trying to get your assessment done safely, effectively, and quickly so that you can get back to treating your patients. We have a team of 22 nurse practitioners, and that's growing every day. I think when we wrote this, we had 18. We've now added 4 in the last couple of weeks. So our team is growing. Our nurse practitioners go through an extensive training process to become part of this team, which I'll touch on in a little bit. But when you hire Spakinect, you are hiring a team of 22 nurse practitioners that are going to be there for you, that you can rely on. They are W-2 employees of ours, which means that we can require that they do certain trainings. We make sure that they're staying up to the standards that we expect, the standards of all of the medical boards for the different states that we're licensed in. There's a lot of complexity that goes behind what we do, but we ultimately want to make sure we're delivering the best quality care to you and your patients. We also offer an at-home evaluation program that some of you may already be familiar with. We released this during COVID, and it came out of the social distancing movement, trying to make sure that there was not too many people in one lobby at once. And so we offered the ability for patients to be seen at home, and that took off. And now about 10% of our clients primarily utilize at home. Now, it wouldn't work for some practices. They like to do it in office, but we love that people have this option of doing evaluations at home because for some, it is really, really easy and it makes their life easier. And let me tell you why. If I get my patient evaluated at home before they even come in for their appointment, then I get all of that data before they even come in. So I'm already starting to think about what kind of treatment plan do I want for this patient? How long do I think this patient's appointment is going to take, right? I have so much good information about this patient and their health history before they even walk through my door. So I am armed with so much good information to help inform my care for this patient. I think that it's brilliant and it's a great way to make the best use of your time when you have patients back to back to back to back. Now let's talk about ensuring compliance. So you might be thinking, right, you're in so many states, how do you ensure compliance in my state? So let me tell you, there are nuances in every state. Some states allow explicitly only asynchronous or only synchronous GFEs. Some do not allow asynchronous telehealth. So there are these nuances, but rest assured, you don't even need to know what any of that means, right? If that all sounds like mumbo jumbo, that's perfectly fine. And that's what we're here for. So we invest a significant amount of time and resources into keeping up to date with all of the regulations, which are ever changing, as many of you know. We have a legal team that we work with that is licensed in all 50 states. We get very up-to-date information, and we make sure that whenever any state regulation is changed or any medical or nursing board comes out with new guidelines, we're the first ones to start making changes to our protocols so that we are making sure that we meet those standards, because what we offer to you is that peace of mind. So in order for us to do that, we always are making sure that we are staying up to date with the highest standards of care. All of our employees are nurse practitioners. As I said, that means they all have masters of nursing degrees, and most of them have some aesthetic experience or even have owned their practices. Some work with us part-time, and some have their own practice at their other 50% of the time. I see a couple of questions coming in, and I want to address them, and I'm going to address them in just one second. Lastly, I just want to touch on this. The fact that we have over 820 clients across the United States actually means that I get to hear, my team gets to hear very quickly about what changes are happening. And I want to give you an example of this. We had a client early last year in 2024. She was in North Carolina, and the nursing board was coming after her for doing good faith exams asynchronously. That just means that it wasn't a virtual visit, it wasn't in real time. And the nursing board was saying that's actually not allowed. And unfortunately, they were starting to really crack down on RN injectors in North Carolina. About a week later, I heard about a second RN in North Carolina. So I got on the phone with an attorney who actually used to work for the nursing board in North Carolina. And I found out that this is actually an ongoing theme in the state at that time. So what that allowed me to do was to reach out to our clients who were in that category, my RN injector clients in North Carolina, make sure that they were aware of what's going on, and make sure that we are staying abreast of this and we are changing our policies if we needed to. Now, thankfully, we didn't need to change anything in that scenario because we're already doing synchronous visits face-to-face real time with those patients. But I bring that up because it's a very unique benefit that you have when you're working with somebody like Spakinect, because we are so connected to all the different states with the number of clients that we have, that I oftentimes will hear something and I'll bring it to our legal team, and they're just hearing it as well for the first time. And so it's fantastic. We really get to be at the front of the line to find out what's happening. And I did see a question come through about, do you let us know of the changes as well? And the answer to that is yes. If we hear about changes that are coming out, those will always come out in a newsletter to our clients so that we're keeping you guys informed of what's happening. One last thing I want to touch on as far as the benefits of working with Spakinect is that we have member benefits. This is a super exciting thing. We haven't touched on it very much. We are officially really talking about it here in the new year, but this is a benefit that you get as being a Spakinect client. So what are membership benefits? The names you see here on the screen, these are big names in the industry. So PDO Max, you have AmSpa, you have Dr. PRP, you have Dr. K and her modern aesthetic beauty, and then Aesthetic Sales Hero. These are some of the partners that we have right now, and there are more to come. As a client of Spakinect, you get access to exclusive discounts with all of these providers. This is something that is so exciting for us to be able to offer our clients, because we want you to succeed, right? I want to give you as much value as possible for being part of this community. And so to be able to offer these benefits to our clients is incredibly fulfilling and incredibly exciting for me personally and for this whole team. So I'm excited to tell you guys today about our membership benefits and that there are more coming. And on that note, I would love to know if there is something that you didn't see there on the membership benefits. What is it? What would you like to see? If you're not seeing something here, I want to know, is there a course that you would like to take? Is there maybe a book, or maybe there's a product or a new subscription that's out there that you want to use to help you be more successful, to help you learn in your practice? Please tell us, because I would love to know how we can provide more value to you as a Spakinect client. Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about pricing. We have a flexible pricing model. So we've designed our pricing to be really, really straightforward and very flexible to work with you. We offer a membership fee and then a per patient fee. So a membership fee, this allows us to stay on demand. Now, the membership fee, we have two options. We have a $99 a month and $139 a month. The $99 a month and the $139 both include membership benefits. But ultimately, why we charge a membership fee, I get asked this question sometimes from clients, right? The reason why is because we are 100% on demand. And what you get with that is the ability to rely on us at any point in time during our operating hours and guarantee that we will be there to pick up your patient. That reliability is what we offer, and that's why we charge the membership fee. Now, there is obviously complexity behind having somebody always available for you on demand, and typically within less than 2 minutes. So charging the membership fee offers us to provide you a robust team of providers that is available on demand. And it's an incredibly small sliver of a fraction of a price that you would pay to have somebody on site at your practice, or even to hire somebody to be available virtually. The reason being is that people go on maternity leave, people go on vacation, people call out sick, and you don't want to have to be dealing with all of that when you have a business to run. And that's what we do. So you leave that with us. We take care of that for you. And then you only have to pay us every time you see a patient. So you see one patient, we'll bill you just for that one patient and the membership fee. So it's very straightforward. You can predict how much you're going to pay based off of how many patients you're going to be seeing that month. Again, we have no contracts, no hidden fees, no long-term contracts. No, we don't lock you into anything. So that is also the flexibility that we offer to you. If it's not working, totally fine. You can cancel at any time. That's not a problem. Our pricing is designed to fit med spas of any size. So you might be really large, you might be really small, you might be somewhere in the middle. We have clients in all of those buckets, and our pricing is designed to work with all of those sizes. So I'm curious, what are the top 2 things that are most important to you in a good faith exam provider? Is it quality? Is it service? Is it reliability, like I was talking about earlier? Is it pricing? Is it speed? Tell me in the comments. I would love to know what it is that you value the most in a good faith exam provider. Where can we see all the membership benefits? I see your question, Stephanie. I'm going to answer that in just a sec. Announcing the leaderboard. Okay, so as you guys know, we do this every time we do a live. Let's talk really quickly about who's on the leaderboard right now. This is fresh. This was just put here right before we went live. So we've got our top leaders here in the spots. We've got Stephanie, we've got Amanda, Christina, Jessica, and Alexis. Those are our top 5 points earners as of today. This is super exciting, you guys. And just as a reminder, even if you don't see your name right here, please continue in this sweepstakes, because The grand prize, the person who's going to win the year of good faith exams, the $10,000 worth of good faith exams, that is a completely random draw. So you could be really lucky and be the person who only has 1 or 2 ballots, 1 or 2 entries into the contest, and you can still win. Now, the second and third prize, those are based off of the highest points earners. So there is a benefit here to my highest points earners, because if you stay in those spots, then you are going to guarantee yourself winning either the second or the third prize. So let's talk about Q&A. I did see a couple of questions come through here, and I want to touch on them. Where can we see all the membership benefits? I didn't know this was an option. We are a new client. Yes, Stephanie, I'm so happy that you asked that. And yes, of course, you probably didn't see anything about that because this is brand new as of January. We have just now announced these membership benefits, and I will be sending out an email later this week with a link so that all of our clients can see where you can access all of these fantastic member benefits. So please stay tuned for that. When we try to integrate, is it normal for it to take a few weeks? I would know that is not normal. And if that's happening, we definitely want to address that. So please reach out to your client account executive and make sure that we get that resolved for you ASAP. When you integrate, I don't know what EMR you're using, but when you integrate, the evaluations are synced every 24 hours. So if that's not happening, then definitely let's get in touch so that we can fix that for you. Let's see, is there any other questions? How long should it take for the info to funnel into the Zenoti charting? These are great. These are EMR questions, integration questions. So same answer there, Megan, is that it takes about 24 hours for that first sync to happen. And then after that, it's nightly that those patient charts are sunk up into your EMR. We are working on an integration to make that a quicker speed so that they're coming much sooner than every 24 hours. Right now, they do sync every 24 hours. So again, if that's not happening for whatever reason, please let me know. But that is at the speed at which it should be doing it every single night. The great thing about that too is that once we can do a backlog. So if you set up the integration and you've already been a client for, let's say, 6 months, we can actually update all of those previous patients in your EMR so that you don't have to wait another year when they're re-seen again, right? So make sure that you are asking your account executive when you get this set up, you want that backlog, all of those to be sunk up, and those would happen immediately. So we'd sync all those up. So all of the Spakinect patients that you have in your system would all have up-to-date information in your EMR. Did we get the email? I will be sending out an email this week about all of how to access these membership benefits. Yes, I have not sent it out yet, so that's going to go out after. I wanted to do the live first, and now I'm going to be sending an email this week so that you can understand how do you access all of these fantastic membership benefits with Spakinect. All right, so what's next here? Make sure you register for the contest, spakinect.com/contest. Make sure that you enter in your code word for today, which is EASE. That's E-A-S-E. EASE is the code word for today. And don't forget about the flash challenge. So for the next hour, anybody that you send your personal invite link there and they sign up, you will get 500 points. That's right, 500 points. So please make sure that you're sharing this with other business owners, other people who own med spas. This is a part of us building a really strong, robust, big community here. We want to share this with other people. We want to lift each other up. So make sure that when you're sharing it to people who are actually med spa owners or they manage a med spa. So not your cousin, not your sister or something like, unless they own med spas or manage med spas, that's totally fine. But we need the people who are signing up to actually have a work email address. So not a Gmail or Hotmail or AOL or anything obscure like that, but we want it to be a business email address. All right. Next up, we have a live on Thursday, this coming Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a really exciting one. We are actually going to be interviewing a client and having them talk to you all about how they've been able to increase capacity since utilizing Spakinect. And that's it for today. So thank you guys for joining. I look forward to servicing your account if you're not a client yet. And I can't wait to see who wins the contest.